Good afternoon. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you're new to the channel, please hit the notification bell. And do we have ourselves a quality check for you? And it's the quality check with the Model Y. So without further ado, let's get right to it. All right, so it is a little bit cold out here and it is snowing. So I'm going to do a quality check to the best of my ability. Let me turn the lights on here. All right, so this is the Model Y Performance, and it has the brand new headlights. Let's take a look at the left side. I know the snow probably covered up any imperfections, so we basically can't see them, but from what I can see here, everything looks great to me. Now moving on to the driver's side wheels, and what you want to look for is any scuffs, marks, dings, scratches, or anything on your vehicle. Remember to do your due diligence whenever you're taking delivery of a Tesla. Moving on to the driver's side door. Look, you want to take a look and make sure that that gap is as thin as possible. This is the black with the white interior. Very beautiful. If you're planning on getting the white interior, remember to get baby wipes. They're going to come in handy. So let's move along here. Let's do the door test to see if it's flush, and it is flush. Rubbing one finger from this panel to this panel, an easy way to tell if it's flush. Now let's check the back here. Check this door, and this spot right here where we find a lot of problems normally, but this gap looks good. Let's measure just to make sure with this vernier caliper, and hold on here, let me set it to millimeters, and let's measure, making sure that this is a 3.5 millimeter gap, which is great. Now let's move on to the back over here. Remember, with the Performance, you want to make sure that the spoiler is attached on properly. Take a look at the rear here. Everything looks good. There's the Performance badge there. Now let's move on to the right side. Now let's look at the gap over here. Very nice, very thin. And that's what we want to see. Check the size of this gap over here. It does run you about 3.4 millimeters, which is great. Let's take a look over here, see if it's flush, and it is flush. Now let's check this door to see if it's flush, and it is flush. That's great. Doors are nice and flush. So I will, from what I see here, I will be giving this Model Y a pass. Now let's move on to another Model Y. So we got this white Model Y here. Starting off, taking a look at the left side, taking a look at the front bumpers, and these new vehicles do not have the ultrasonic sensors, and they probably have the new headlights. Yeah, this has the new headlights. And these are the standard wheels, and if you were to powder coat them, they look phenomenal. Now let's take a look at the driver's side door, and it's nice and tight. Beautiful. Remember, after you've done a check of the exterior, that's when you want to check the interior. You want to check your seats, underneath your seats, the steering wheel, your dash. Check that you have the new upgraded panels. Check your glove box. Then move on to the rear. Fold down the seats, check that they fold down properly, and then check your frunk and your trunk. Make sure that everything's okay. So far, so good on this vehicle. And okay, this gap looks a little bit big, but let's pull out the measurement to see the exact size of this gap. And it's about 3.87, which is okay for me. See, Tesla considers about 3 millimeters to be within spec. Now let's move on to the rear. See if it's flush. Now on to the right side here. Beautiful. See that gap over here? It's nice and tight, and that's what we want to see. That's actually at 2 millimeters, so that's great. Better than spec. Okay, so I will also be giving this Model Y a pass. It definitely deserves it. Now let's move on to our final Model Y for the evening. All right, so this is our final Model Y, and this is the black. And let's take a look at the left side, take a look at the bumper, onto the right side. Now let's take a look at this beautiful driver's side door. Now let's check the door handle, see if it's flush, and it is flush. So I know there's snow, but from what I'm seeing here, that gap is nice and tight. Let's take a measure. And let's measure that gap. It's 3.8, which is great. Charge port door is good. It's flush. So from what I'm seeing, these recent Model Ys are looking great. Now let's measure over here again. This is a 3.7. So definitely am excited to inform you that these quality from so far, from what I'm seeing, is getting better. So if you're thinking about ordering a Model Y, now is the best time to do it. Tesla's gonna have an unbelievable quarter, and the quality from what I see is improving. All right, so that's all I gotta say. So thank you and have a nice day. Hey, would you like to win a Tesla Model 3? All you have to do is like, share, comment, and subscribe. And one lucky subscriber will win a Tesla Model 3.